So I'm more a documentary photographer. Uh, I've been involved into personal projects and assignments for press for 15 years. I'm always having a personal project because this is the main source of satisfaction, I would say, as a photographer. And but for sure, those personal projects do require time and energy and money. So those are long-term projects. And so yeah, I try to keep this balance in between assignments to pay the bills and personal projects, which is the field where I do find all I can reach my goals and expectations through photography to tell stories. And yeah, this is it, basically. Now, I do have assignments which are always connected to the type of photography I'm involved in. So I'm doing sometimes institutional assignments for universities or things like that, but they never ask me to do another kind of photography that I'm able to do. So I do not feel disconnected, or there is no contradictions with what I am or what kind of photography I'm doing. But it could happen, but it never happened. So I'm okay, and in my mind it's very clear. Now, I think the clients, those institutional assignments come from people who know my personal projects, so that's why they ask me to jump on.
And they want your eye to be looking
exactly,
at that particular subject.
So there are no contradictions. I don't feel to be another man or another photographer. I keep the line. Yeah. I think I want to be close to people, not to be close as a photographer, but I want to be close because I want to be accessible. I want to make my subjects, the people I'm photographing, accessible to me, but I want to be accessible for them too. It means if someone doesn't want to be photographed, I can notice that with a certain look or the way the person behaves, but I want to feel this even in his body. And if the person doesn't show me anything, but if he wants to take me, he can. Or if he wants to kiss me, he can also. You see what I mean? I really want to be in the physical balance, really. And yeah, I do think that being close to people makes the photography, documentary photography, on a better reach, on a better level, because you do feel the in-depth and the in-between things. You see what I mean? And yeah, I'm more close to people than.
Because you would like to get them in their own natural way, as if there was no one around them.
I mean, I prefer to be close to the people, and then they will notice that I'm there because I'm just next to them. But I will take the time they need to forget that I'm there. And there is always a point where they do notice you, they behave because you are there, but there is a point where they do switch off that your presence.
Awareness.
You are not there
It's
anymore.
okay.
They go back to their own lives, and the photographer has to feel if he can photograph or not. He doesn't have to answer. I never answer, never. I never ask, can I? No. I try to feel it, and if I feel I can't, I don't. But if I feel I do, I can, I do, and I do only, and I go really for it. There is no in between. I do, I don't. If I feel that I can't photograph, I do not stay.
You do not stay.
No.
So you are not the person to, like push for that.
No, sometimes
if it's really interesting.
Yeah, because there is a lot of misunderstanding about photography. I mean, sometimes people do fear the photographer, or they don't understand why you are there. sometimes you need to push. I mean, you need to explain, or even you need to justify why you are there and what do you want to do, what is the story you work on, what kind of information you want to tell. And sometimes it does help because people do better understand, and then they could say, okay, go. But at the very beginning, they say no, and then it might change because you insist, you push a little bit. But there are situations where no way, you feel that they will not accept, so just respect it and go away. That's why. Now, I think the initiative is great because, in Western Europe we have a lot of photo festivals, so we used to have those, and we go there, we meet people, we meet friends, and blah, blah, blah. And here, this is something new. And I'm particularly enthusiastic to be part of the beginning. Of course, if it lasts for 20 years, in 20 years we'll have more people.
Yes.
The dynamic will be different, but to be part from the very beginning is another kind of involvement in something new. So of course we could think there are not enough visitors or not enough press or blah 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 blah. But let's keep in mind that this is only the third edition, and it takes time to establish things. And so yeah, this is my feeling.
Yeah, so you do see hope in
Yeah,
there. And
no, really, yeah. Because,
I
but
also
we all
believe-
know it takes time. It's a dream to think that after 3 years we'll have thousands of people visiting the exhibitions every day.
Yes.
For sure, there are many things that should change for the next editions to make it better. But it's usual for the bigger festivals in France, Germany, England. It took 10 years for them just to
get there.
get the recognition and to be established as a real big festival. It took 10 years, or maybe more. So it's normal.